I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Scott Eldridge, the CEO of Military Metals. Scott, it's great to have you on. How are you?
I'm excellent. Hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for having me today.
Yes, now we're going to talk about an area that some Australians might not be familiar with, but I believe you have exploration projects out in the EU. Can you sort of explain what these are?
Yes, that is correct. So we have a portfolio of antimony projects that are all under the category of brownfield, which has many benefits over pure greenfields projects. So there's an opportunity here to fast track everything in our portfolio. But our flagship asset is located in the heart of the European Union in Slovakia. And this is a project that's had a significant amount of exploration capital invested into it. And it's defined a Soviet era high grade antimony resource with a gold byproduct to it.
What attracted you to these projects?
So our group here in Canada, going back 6, 7 months ago, we started doing our homework on the antimony space, and we've worked across all metals in the past, a lot of experience in precious metals and base metals. But we saw a storm brewing, creating an opportunity for us as investors to get involved in antimony. And we did a global search for assets. And again, we wanted to target brownfields opportunities, not pure grassroots exploration, because we saw an aligning of the stars that the antimony price was going to perform, and it has. I won't say that we had a crystal ball, but we certainly made the right prediction here, and we were able to time our acquisitions near the bottom of the market. And now we're going through the process of unlocking value in these projects to unlock shareholder value as we continue to de-risk them.
You might not have had a crystal ball, but it was clearly well researched to be such a first mover in the antimony space. What stage of development are these projects at right now?
Yeah, so I'll focus on our flagship again in Slovakia, and we can maybe talk about Canada and the US next time in the new year. But our focus is on Slovakia, and what really attracted us to this project was the antimony to gold ratio. So most antimony mining reserves around the world are associated with gold, and antimony is in most cases mined as a byproduct of gold mines. But again, what we were looking for is a higher grade antimony to gold ratio. So to put that in perspective, our project in Slovakia grades 2.5% antimony and has a gold byproduct of 0.6 grams per ton, whereas most other operating mines around the world that are producing antimony would probably be 0.3% antimony or less. These are primary gold mines with an antimony byproduct. So we wanted direct exposure for our investors to the antimony price. And the only way to do that is with projects that would have the future revenue heavily focused on antimony.
This is incredibly strategic on your part. Tell me, focusing solely on the Slovakian projects for the moment, what does Military Metals plan to do going into 2025?
So with the acquisition, it came along with a massive library of information, all in the Slovakian language. There is a Soviet era resource on the project. So the real next step for us, and we'll be working on this over the next 6 months, is to convert that Soviet era resource into a national instrument 43101 resource, which is the same as JORC in your neck of the woods. So we need to make that into a modern compliant resource. And from there, we would immediately go into a PEA, a preliminary economic assessment. And that would give us a first glance at what the economics of the project would be, annual production, how many years of mine life we would have, what the NPV would look like. So we're really excited to sink our teeth into this further. There's been 15,000 meters of historical drilling in the project. We've got access to that historical core. So we're very confident in that Soviet era work. And that's going to be the catalyst here to really unlock value for our shareholders, is to get that resource done and immediately go into the PEA.
Scott, this sounds like a fascinating project. Thank you so much for being here today. And I cannot wait to explore more of this early next year.
It was great to be here for the initial interview. Appreciate your time.